one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Well, there is a definite chill in the Northern California air, Coach, but still a wonderful afternoon for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
We go! 70, Indy! Bang, 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 bang!
They'll run on first down. Sherman. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Second and 11. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, it's Sherman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up into a double team and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
They'll run on first down. Mays. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and his guy. Will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Set, 8, read. Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Shift. Yep. Flare.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. Here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 46, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. On first down, Mays. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Right there. Here we go. Mike 56. Watch the slant. Joker. Leo. Check 37. Ready, go.
2nd and 9 now. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Red. 60 orange.
A loss of 9 on the play.
56
Brings up third down.
56 is the mic. Check tight. 56. Check 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt.
You better be ready next time.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Come on, set. 10 logo.
Check 53.
Protein spill.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
First down.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the pass. Let's go.
Off play action. Harding. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So second and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Harding. This for his running back, McCoy. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He got 29 yards that time. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Got it.
53. Mike.
X3.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got it first and goal at the 6. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try the left side. Sherman. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they're likely force a field goal attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Come on, set. 90. Wolf. Ringo, set. It's time to win. It's tough. Check nickel. Check. Check on. Watch the shift.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And an alley to run. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
I'm about to take you to school. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Switch. Yeah. Come here, switch it.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Check 3, check squeeze, squeeze, get in there, ready, go.
They'll try and run for it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Harding under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Leo!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Harding trying to lay one up. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, But with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Check safety, check safety. Switch, switch, switch. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. He's coming.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Let's go. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Huddle up, baby. Let's get this. Let's get this.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Check 24.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable here from the 38. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a... And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again. Harding. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Looking to throw. Harding. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-17. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Go. You want this. 31's the mic. Hey, here we go. 31's the mic. I got exit. 31's the mic. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get ready.
Now back to throw. This one complete to Coleman. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. 31's the mic.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Strong left, strong. Yep. Watch the out, watch the out. 31's the mark. 61. Matchbox, right.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
Come on, set. 90. More. High 7, let's go. 31's the mic. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the You're out. Check 4, check 4. Hey, watch this, watch this. Yes. Bud, be ready, be ready. Why? 6 guys.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Coleman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of these.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Let's go, D. Check nine, check nine. Quick the edge. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
I got you. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Does that happen to you? And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Watch twitch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mays. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 36 yards on the play.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby. 31's the mic. Not today, you are. Not today. Ready.
Looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Let's go. 31's the mic. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw. They'll air this one toward Coleman. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
31's the mic. Exit. Gone. Alert 3. He's checking. Squeeze. Get in there.
Back to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 17 yards out, the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. Then you got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Back to throw. Harding. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Harding. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Harding going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Touchdown, 49ers. In for the score. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd down now, it's Sherman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Sherman. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. they've got a shot.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll try and run with their fullback. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Harden. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now a give right side. It's Sherman. And some room to work. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
31's the mic. Tackles. 31's the mic.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
31's the mic.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Baby, that's baby side. 31's the mic. Go. Check. 31's the mic.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having... And how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now left side on the swing pass. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Down. 90 Wolf. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Down.
Off the play fake. Harding. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Ready. And shoot so. Coming this way. Here we go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, how about this offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Beckwith. And the pressure gets to him again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On 4th down, Beckwith, and they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it cost them 2 points.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Throwing on 1st down. Beckwith completes it to Coleman. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Drop deep. 31's the mic. Here we go, let's break.
On 1st and 10, Beckwith into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost, But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.